that doesn't mean a lot to a whole lot of people who aren't able to take advantage of the opportunities that you were able to take advantage of, simply because of the color of your skin.
Here he is in 2024 realizing he needs a new gig because ultimately he got fired by CNN for being a partisan, well, not even a partisan hack, just being a hacky old hack.
I think we want to look to the future rather than the past. And instead of engaging in constant rehashing of the past, because in fact, if you look at history, if you study history broadly, everyone was a slave, everyone.
Yes, well, not everyone was a slave.
No, everyone was a slave.
Okay, but
we are all descended from slaves.
Yeah,
well, all of us.
Yeah,
it's just a question of when. Was it more recent or less recent? That's it.
Right.
But what future do we want? Is this something we want to make a part of our constant dialogue forever, or do we want to say, like, let's just move on and treat everyone, according to just who they are as an individual?
I agree with you with that. That's the ideal. But what the evidence shows is that that's not what's actually in practice.
I think we're doing better than anywhere else.
That's true. I agree with that. But that doesn't mean anything, that doesn't mean a lot to a whole lot of people who aren't able to take advantage of the opportunities that you were able to take advantage of, simply because of the color of your skin.
What advantages did my color of my skin give me?
Well, there's an ease that you have in society that many people of color don't. You were able to come to this country voluntarily. There are many people who were not able to come to the country voluntarily. There are people who came here as slaves.
Very difficult for me to come here.
And there is a legacy of slavery that still continues on. There's a legacy of racism that still continues on in this country. That's undeniable.
Well, if we keep talking about it nonstop, it will never go away. If we keep making it the central thing, it will never go away.
Why do you believe that?
I think I'm just making a simple statement of fact. So I think we want to get away from making everything a race or a gender or whatever issue, and just treat people like individuals.
Do you have any desire to understand what many people of color and even trans people, how they feel about this country and how they're treated in this country? If they say and they believe that they are treated a certain way in this country, why don't you believe them?
You cannot have a situation where someone is a self-described victim, and they just get to be that because that's how they feel.
I think that does happen in some cases, but not all cases. And I think that not understanding the history of the country, I think, is a real shame. Look,
we should understand the history of the country and other countries.
I've had incredible opportunities as a person of color.
Right.
But I've also been
very well.
But I've also been discriminated against, and I know that I have. And I know that that's real. And for someone to say that isn't happening, I should just move forward and not think about that and ignore the past, is insulting.
I'm not saying it. Don, you keep putting words in my mouth. I'm not saying it.
I didn't say that you said it.
I'm saying that we want to. We as a country should move beyond questions of race and gender, and we should treat people like individuals and base our opinions on them on the, their character and their skills.
I don't think that anyone will disagree with that.
It's just incredible. I don't think you need me to analyze it that much. But for Elon to say it's better than anywhere else, and then Lemon agrees, well, then be grateful for that. And there are no opportunities that you don't have if you're a young black man or woman watching this right now. Go out and get yours. And America never gave anything to anyone. The implication is that somehow America gave white people this or that. Or I don't know, do you think America gave the Irish anything, or gave Italians anything, or gave Jews anything, or anyone else? Like, no, you go out and get yours. And the best way you can do that is by having families that are intact, by having communities that are intact, and everything else. So I'm sorry that the union is not perfect, Don Lemon, although somehow you became a millionaire and you're fairly talentless and you're really, I would say, trying to rot the whole system. But what we were trying to do in America was not make a perfect union. We were trying to make a more perfect union, because again, we can't get to perfection. We can get to something that's pretty damn good, which is what we've done.